Okay, this video is demonstrating how one person can actually move a treadmill. Well, at least this is a Gold's Gym treadmill, and you can see you can fold it up. But the problem I have is, I've already measured it, and this will not fit through the doorway. So what I'm going to try to do is remove this back part of the leg. Hopefully it'll stand up enough so that I can get it through the door. Okay, so what you can see is we've got a little problem here. We're trying to move the treadmill through a doorway. So basically what I'm going to try and do is just remove those Allen bolts and then see if I can slide that stand back in so that it'll give me enough clearance to get the treadmill through the door. So hopefully that'll work. You will need and it is an Allen wrench that you use. I think it's a 1/4 of an inch Allen wrench to remove these two bolts. So I'll quickly do that, and it's not very hard because there's just a little plastic clip that holds it in place. So you just unscrew it a little bit and then just pop the bolt out. And there you have it, and that's what it looks like. Now you've also noticed that I put some cardboard underneath each one of the legs. That makes it a lot easier to move it on the carpet. And so again, what I'm going to do is remove this leg. I've got to get the other bolt out first. Now that I have both bolts removed, I'm just going to slide this out. And again, you got to be careful. You don't want it falling down. But you just pull that out. Now what I'm going to do is I will get the one on the other side and take that out. And then it should be able to fit through the doorway. Now it's going to be hard to film and move this at the same time, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide it. But you'll see it'll slide fairly easy with the cardboard. Got the door in the way, so you can see. And you got to be really careful. You don't want it to tip over, so you kind of need to be really careful that way. But that's what I'm going to do now that I have both of those removed. Now, as you can see, it is a tight squeeze, and you have to do a little adjusting. And it might be easier to take the door off, and it would also be a good idea to get some sliders that you can put underneath each. You'd need 4 of them because there are 2 stands on each one of these legs, and that way it'd be a lot easier to slide rather than using the cardboard. But cardboard works pretty well. But that's how you do it. And again, I'm doing it with one person. You got to be really careful though. You don't want to get injured, especially your back. Thank you. See at the bottom you have to put these clips in. That way the bolts, put these clips in, that way the bolts are secure. And so you're going to put these in here, slide these up underneath these clips, put the clip up underneath like that, put the clip back in just like that, and then go ahead and put your bolt back in. Okay, one thing you want to do is get a couple pieces of tape, because when you turn this over with these little brackets, they'll fall out, and then you won't be able to get the bolt in. So just put a couple pieces of tape on there. When you put the tape on, you want it to be nice and snug, because you don't want the bolt to push it out. You then go ahead and line up the holes and slide it in. Make sure the holes are lined up. And when you're doing this, when you're putting the bolt in, you'll want to take a look and see exactly where that, and feel around for where that bracket is. You may need to hold it up a little bit. But then just go ahead and look inside, and you can see where the bolt's supposed to go. Now what you'll want to do is, once you get it in there, you got to go really nice and easy, otherwise it'll push the tape off. So you just find you just find where it fits, and then you just go ahead and tighten it up. And then you go ahead and you probably need to lift it up a little bit. Get your Allen wrench and get it nice and snug. And it helps to look in and find exactly where where the bolt should go, and then that really helps me get it nice and snug. And then you do the same thing to the other side. And good luck, have fun, hope everything works out well.